Are we gonna have a name for this?
We need to figure that out. Hello, I'm Devon VP. This is Ayanna Blunt. We don't have a name for our channel yet as we are making this video, but we wanted to talk about what this is. Ayanna and I have been friends since high school, and I think we both graduated, 3 years ago. We really recently connected after 3 years, and we hung out for a bit, and we we had a little fun day, whatever, and we ended up at the end of the night. We were saying goodbye, and I said something about women's rights. And that started up a conversation which snowballed into a 3-hour conversation.
3 hours.
3 hours, it was ridiculous. And then so that happened. 2 weeks later, we hang out again. The same exact thing happens for another 3-hour conversation. It's one of those conversations where we did not realize how fast time was going by. Time just stopped when we were talking.
But every time we said, man, we should really record these conversations.
Every time we thought that, and the reason was because it wasn't one of those back and forth, you're an idiot, no, you're uneducated, that kind of thing. Despite the fact that on most of the subjects we were talking about, I'd say about 90% of them, we disagreed. We had views on completely different sides of the table, despite us being on the same side today. Anyway, so
just because we disagreed on them, on most of the issues, it actually was beneficial because we see each other as equals, kind of intellectual equals. And because I don't think he's like completely dumb, it helped me see the other side, and it promoted tolerance in my own mind. And even though it didn't change my view necessarily, it gave me like a different perspective, and I was able to see that other side as not just you're wrong, you're stupid. I was like, I see how you can believe that, but for other reasons I choose to believe something different.
It was one of those rare instances, and I think this is why it's worth recording and posting on the internet. It's one of those rare instances where the two parties, they have completely different views on something, but at the same time they have a mutual respect for each other's intelligence. That way we're able to have respectable conversation discussions on something without one of us going off and going stupid. And almost every single conversation, every single discussion, whatever we're talking about, ends with almost a I understand.
Yeah.
And we shake hands, bow, and bestow gifts of cattle upon each other.
Frankincense and myrrh.
So that's one of the reasons why we really want to do this, because we saw this like, this is really awesome. We were able to educate each other just by talking about discussion and sharing what we know about something. At the same time, we're thinking like, we can definitely do that for other people. With that said, I'd like to point out that we do understand, we do appreciate the value in sharing this with other people. However, it's not our priority to cater to those who watch this. We would love if someone enjoys this.
Feedback, yeah, we would enjoy that. It's just that's not the priority.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you don't like it, you don't enjoy it, then well, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure there's other places you can go to and watch, but no disrespect, of course, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, if you don't watch it, then it's not for you. It's not your kind of stuff, and we're not going to change or anything like that, because most of this conversation is really just for us, for us to talk to each other about things, and because we enjoy doing it, what we've discovered, basically, we think that it's a possibility that other people can benefit from it, and that's the only reason why we're posting it up.
I think it's good. It benefits, it spreads tolerance. I think that it is good because it opens more discussions, and it furthers discussions that are already being had. So I think that I could see a lot of benefits to sharing it with other people, but it is nice to just have a one-on-one dialogue, regardless of, how people perceive it.
So with that said, that's what our video is going to be about. What the format, we haven't really figured that out, set in stone yet, but what I think is a good idea, what we're going to try to do, and I even told her, or I have told her, but basically, each video, after this introduction of course, we're going to have a particular topic. We're then going to have, I'd set a timer for 10 minutes for us to discuss it. Not going to be taking turns, we're just going to having a casual discussion about it.
You're going to talk mostly?
No, you've never let me talk. Anyway, at the end, we're each gonna have, I'd say, we're just gonna have like a 2-minute conclusion, basically with our thoughts and stuff like that. So we can keep it roughly around 15 minutes. We don't want it to go overboard.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, right.
That'd be fun. But of course, we're not completely sure on that. It might change because we haven't tried it yet. This is the introduction. But I mean, like we said, it's mainly for us. If it ends up going out longer, we'll go ahead and put out longer. But of course, at the end of that, we're definitely going to want to ask you guys for any requests on subjects, because that's definitely going to be the hardest part on this. We've already had a lot of discussions, but we want real raw stuff to show you guys. So we're trying not to do anything that we've already discussed already. So that's hard. We've already talked about the really important things, and now we're trying to figure out, okay, what else do other people care about, or what else is important. So anyway, this is going on a little too long, so I want to get to the other point where we wanted to tell each other about ourselves. You go ahead first. Tell a little bit about yourself.
Damn, I can't believe you made me go first. How about you go first? Thank you.
My name is Devon VP. I'm a photographer, a portrait photographer in Rialto, California. I've been doing photography for a long time. I used to start off as a creative, trying to do everything from photography, graphic design. I've tried painting, drawing, that kind of thing. I've narrowed it down to photography, but the best part, one of the things I really love, is the business side. I am all about business. I'm a marketing major, and I'm always trying to get involved with other people's businesses, small businesses to aspiring entrepreneurs who are trying to create something. And I love working with them. I love being a part of the business side, because it's mostly always creatives who are so focused on their passion and with their art and that kind of thing that they forget that there is a lot of paperwork and a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of just business stuff that they don't really know much about, and I love getting a part of that. With that said, my views are definitely more on the conservative side. So you have that to expect. And what else? I think I'm good on my part. Yeah, so go ahead, tell them about yourself, what you do, and then your general reviews on things.
Well, I'm Ayanna Peralta, also based in the Inland Empire area. For a while I was up in the Central Coast, so that sort of changed a lot of my views, and now I lean more towards the liberal side. But what I do, I'm mainly a multimedia artist. I would say I've done a lot of acting, theater acting mainly. I do a lot of writing. My main focuses would probably be poetry, like spoken word, slam poetry, and writing definitely is huge for me. But I mean, I want to do everything. I dabble in fashion design. I currently make like jewelry out of like sustainable materials because I'm a huge eco nut. And I also, like, what else do I do? I like to sing and rap. I want to be a rapstress. I have like a couple of things that I like work on so much stuff. I'm the type of person who he was just talking about, who they're all about their craft, all about that creativity, and have all this ambition and all these creative juices just flowing out.
But very little focus.
Very little focus. Yeah, you can obviously see where I'm like everywhere, but I'm working because I do want to be an entrepreneur. I want to eventually own my own business.
Which is one of the reasons why we've been connecting a lot. I've been helping her with some other stuff. She's been asking me for advice and her thoughts on some things that she's been doing business-wise, such as trying not to sell your work for extremely little like you do right now. Right now, buy her stuff right now because I'm gonna make her price it up.
Right? I know. I'm just such a cheap person that I'm just like, everyone's like me. We're all cheapskates. We're all thrifty. I think I'm more liberal than I'd like to admit, but I'm not really either one or the other.
Really? Can you tell she's liberal just by looking at her?
Right? And I'm like minoring in women and gender studies, so I'm an interesting kind of feminist though, because I don't agree with like half of the feminist cult, but there's a lot of feminism that I am so about. So there's so many things that I'm mixed on everything, on every level.
And it's funny because we didn't even plan this, but she has, her little friendship bracelet and her Chris Tucker hair from Fifth Element, and basically the whole liberal look. And I'm in a blazer with some you know, structured hair.
Look at these
She's got
bad
these
boys.
elevator shoes.
I know.
What
I
are they?
got these from Goodwill, definitely.
Made in China, by the way.
Come on, just because I don't take the tags off my. What if I wanted to like return it or something? Not the shoe. Not the shoe. What if I want to know what size? I forget what size it is. So it says size 9. Apparently, I'm a size 9. Who would've
Anyway,
guessed it?
we've come to the conclusion that she's a size 9. That's what everyone gets from this video. Thank you for watching. We're going to try to do this weekly, but like I said, this is mostly for us. So if we can't fit it in, it's not our occupation. I apologize, but we're going to try. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. And I really look forward to your guys' feedback if you are not a troll.
Right?
Right.
Who isn't these days?
All right, I think we're done.